All right, we are doing MSQ. I don't know if my camera is actually gonna cooperate with me today. It looks like it's trying not to, so we'll see how that goes. Might go back and forth. Who knows? So yeah, I'll be doing as far as in as I can, and I think I will be doing it on Summoner. I think still doing it on Summoner is probably a trauma response, but that's what I've been doing the rest of Dawn Trail MSQ on, so we'll see what that does for my queue time for Beatrix. All right. Oh, yeah, I have to try the new jog. The new jog. There should also be. Yeah, there's the new raid. I definitely hope there's a lot of Oh, my game audio is not picking up. Let me change that real quick. There we go. I definitely hope that a lot of voice acting. All right. Timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Just wait for Lamati. She should arrive shortly. Hey, dude, glad to see her here too. Speak of the devil, let's catch each other up, shall we? Go first if nobody minds. I went back into Tuliolo and spoke with Kona. I told him all about the records left behind by Galulja's mother as well as Fiend's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things settled down more. While I'm Galulja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling with Alexandrian politics. True. Been keeping track of the news Fiend. She's been making regular appearances before the people. She encourages them to become endless. Much about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. Confirm that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Fiend's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well, and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. This proved confusing for those with more accurate recollections. Highlight of this gathering, you may say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. In the break room, she is unwell, and Y'shtola and Elise have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. I forget a little bit of the exact details of 7.1. I know we helped Kona, like, fend off some Ronique or whatever. Or not fend off Ronique, it was like some monster that was, like, stopping the Ronique from migrating. Oh.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul. We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Interesting.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis. Ishtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with epoxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect,
Could be the
I'm all
original.
but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphere was created. The original Queen Sphere of
Yeah.
Alexandria.
What? But how can that be possible?
Yeah, it's from like years and years ago.
The real Sphere died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia? And who are you people?
Oh boy. Gotta break bad news to her.
Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphere of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Jeez.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down, that was where you were kept in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom, for 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true?
The animations have gotten so much better for these cutscenes.
I've
Holy.
been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Our records say that Queen Sphere succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
did not believe that you were lying, so please tell me everything that has happened. Everything. It's hard, but let us do with care. Lest you undo strain. It's impractical to gather everyone, so I will summon Grahati and Cryo for now.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Yashtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale. I know not how to repay them, not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
True. Alisei never abandons those in need. That's true.
He's known those two for a long time. You can trust in his judgment. Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
Yeah, we can only tell her so much about the kingdom, but to actually go out and experience it.
Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamot.
Sphene, you knew her, did you not? It may take time for both of us to come to terms with the situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I must. What I knew is gone. We're heading out. I should put on more suitable attire. There's a modern outfit among the items Shale has prepared for me, I believe. Wait outside in nearly but a moment.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, that really suits you.
Agreed, even though I don't know if I like the fit.
I'm glad to hear that.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite
Bozo
the fleeting
Sphene.
image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret. For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale. Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
Since we're going all the way over yonder, I'm going to first pick up a couple things. I'm gonna pick up some materials that I'm sending over for crafting stuff. Do 2 of the coat. Do 8 of the abrasive. That's the Neo abrasive. 10 of the preservatives. 20 of the pelts. I think I can mail. Yeah. Huh? Oh. Alright. That's... order. How much can I send? You can only send over one at a time. Whatever. Let's see. No, there's my shit. Right side. Sick. Okay, just getting my armor set. Boom. This armor looks so ugly. What the fuck? I'm gonna go pay for the set real quick. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then eventually I'll pentamelt all that. I guess still have materia that I could pen. Kind of. Alright, lady wants to talk with Lamati, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Is there any place that interests you? So very many I can't decide where to begin. Wool shoes. Oh, little event. Just came back from Tuliello. It's her first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. The train made it safe for her, safe and easy, and it's all thanks to everyone's hard work. There was once a railroad connecting Alexandria and neighboring Lindblom. The operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Especially considering her history began with war with Alexandria, the aggressor. And continue to strive for peace, Tuliello's leaders have shown great magnanimity. Lots of different shops, arcade, and selling everything you need. It's always full of people out doing their shopping. Elizabeth gave Shadud and Lamati a tour of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. The castle town I knew had a main thoroughfare lined with shops. Where I visited, citizens could speak with me about matters great and small. Just like that lady is doing now with Wuklama. You tune to Lane 09, you can teleport back here anytime you want. You can also use it to teleport to other locations in Solution 9. It makes it easy to get around. It's a mode of travel that utilizes ether currents. Yes, we had the same in my time, but when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. After the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only was travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation itself had become dangerous. We had to abandon the nodes altogether. Government sector, there's a counter where citizens can get matched to jobs. There's also a soul exchange, but no one goes there much these days since there aren't many souls in circulation. Unsure how I feel about regulators and the treatment of souls as a resource. I understand the grief of those who have lost loved ones and the desire to escape the sorrow of death. Even so, I would never wish to forget. My parents, Otis, Selenia, I want to remember them all. I'm reluctant to impose my personal beliefs upon theirs, though. Sorry about that, got a little carried away with the conversation. Let's take a stroll through the residential sector and then stop at the mosaic. We can take a break there. Oh, you know what? They added the new portraits. Because now we can pick from portrait frame. Yeah, now we can do futures rewritten. Huh. Maybe I'll keep the frame as Dragon Song's Reprise is pretty good. Yeah, I'm not using for the fruit one. Accent. Let's see what the... What's this one at the top? Dude, the fruit one's pretty good, though. But I really like the Bahamut ones. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's the sextuple legend design. Oh wait, no, I don't have Uwu displayed anymore. Where would Uwu go? Portrait frame. There we go. I hate it. Such an ugly plate. Sextuple legend, though. It's funny. Alright. Let's order some drinks.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you, though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part. Have you decided as well?
I gotta pick a drink. Well, I don't want vegetable juice, and I also don't have a sweet tooth, so...
2 Dali coffees then. The beans make for dark roasts that are quite aromatic. I find the sharp flavour invigorating, though a dash of milk can be a wonderful complement.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
Those cups are sick.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people. But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all. The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Your Majesty, is that you?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are. How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Bye, not Queen Sphene.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does.
Jeez.
Another harsh reminder that I have no place here. Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am.
How crazy if
For
this was like a
Alexandria
new
has
scion.
endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain.
Start recruiting people from other shards. Well, this would be our second person from... I don't know. Well, if we're counting Graha, that would be our third person from another shard.
Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
Yeah. If only there was a group of people that you could have companionship with. It's us. Alright, I am ready for the Underkeep. Nope. Maybe the next quest. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. So I feel better having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. Sorry I'm not being much of a guide. I don't usually get approached this often. People have been through so much, it's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and have a lovely chat with Chanud. Appreciate your understanding. We could take a look inside the Nexus Arcade, but it could probably wait for when we actually need something. Let's head back to the recreation zone. There's plenty to see on True View. True View. True View. The nearest is out and around this way. Shredding. Healing piece was kind of sick. Oh, there's the jog. Sick. He looks pale. We need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. I was on my way to attend to some business when the memory of being killed here came flooding back. The age years past, I know, but the terror lingers. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. Tries and might I can't shake this fear. My courage has completely deserted me. What? Feel better already. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. Or my manners. My name is Malachite. I'm an usher. You're the ones who came to those without long to live, right? Given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. You no longer attend to the dying. It is only after they have passed away in their family's care that we convey their remains to a government storage facility. Storage facility? What for? Henceforth we must inter the deceased, but as the specifics are undecided, the bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. There are graveyards over by the submerged city, but like funerals, burial customs must have been long forgotten. Do you have usher duties? If so, we can help. I'm actually here in an official capacity, so I am loath to trouble you further, but since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. I've taken to delivering the personal effects to the departed to their families. Even though their memories have been entrusted to the cloud, I still remember where they once lived. The rules to dispose of any belongings, to do anything else was strictly forbidden, but it saddened me to see them discarded like a waste, so I began secreting away what I could. I say that not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to the families to decide what to do with the items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. I feel like the family should be given the choice. Oh, they didn't have it before then. It's important to think about what people leave to us. I want to help. You want to help too? Sure. Four items to be delivered here in the recreation zone. I leave them in your care. Go to the residential sector and make the deliveries there. If you finish, please meet me back there. I'd like to know the family's reaction. People in Tuliol who've had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Do you mind if I went with Malachi just to keep an eye on him? Only if he can handle those deliveries without me, of course. Four items to deliver in total. 3 for people in Trevue. Somewhere over by the neon sign. Let's visit them in that order. Oh, I have a lookout over here. Didn't realize that. The Arcadian. At the Arcadian. Something you need. Okay, send you. You say why someone would say no, but I couldn't do that. I wanted something to belong to my parents, so I understand now I will never see again. Spare souls won't save us from the inevitable. It's always been the case, but now I find myself wondering about this now. Like how much longer I can afford to muck around with my brothers. Wavering as to whether or not I should accept it. It belonged to someone that died. I'll be thinking about what we did to Tuliolo. I didn't even know we'd killed so many other people, not until the funeral. What if they decide to retaliate? She and everyone in Tuliolo know that my father was to blame for the attack, not the Alexandrian people. I didn't mean to make you speak ill of your father. I can't stop worrying about death. And hearing they're running out of neo-regulars makes it worse. I don't know what to do anymore. A little talking over here. That art looks kind of sick. Nold's favorite energy tonic is a special formula. Winter is dead, and I'll never become one of these endless queens fiends. Talks about. It's a sad thought. I'm not sure I want to become an endless myself. If they're made by putting your memories into a new body made of aether, doesn't that mean you yourself still have to die first? Not having to worry about souls was appealing, so I was happy to see the neo-regulator. I've only had doubts since then. Go down this way. Bing, 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 bing. It serves any memories, but it does feel familiar somehow. You know, you look familiar yourself. Where do I know you from? Of course, you're the unenhanced challenger, no champion. I can't stress how incredible it is what you've achieved without using feral souls. It's a genuine honor to meet you, though not for the first time, I realize. The infusion station in the government sector, and it wasn't my finest moment, as you might recall. The Arcadian fighter. Sorry you had to see me like that. Name's Lathander. Fighting the Arcadian, but not anymore. I took Queen Seed's word to heart and found a new job where I could put knowledge of physical conditioning to use. Lots of people were badly hurt when the mechanical soldiers malfunctioned, and I've been assisting with rehabilitation. So that's something I ever imagined myself doing, but here we are. Not many people can help others like you can. I think it's great what you're doing. Becoming endless. There's this fellow who learned, but he's determined to overcome the hard way with the body he's got. Seeing that gave me a newfound appreciation for my own body. It's a gift from my parents, a sturdy thing that has survived the arena and need to take better care of it. hurts for him to think about the things that they share, him and his father. I don't want to lose that. Even if I could look at the same as an endless, I would never throw away this body. Most people would find it hard to do so, I imagine. Just the thought makes me feel uncomfortable about the whole becoming endless affair. Take a charge. Explain that people held their queen in high regard, and the simulant exploited their love and admiration whenever so many. Report to Malachite. Should be at the north end of the recreation zone. This every delivery I planned for today is accounted for. The reactions were mixed. Some were glad, others decided they did not want the items after all. How was your experience? Everyone accepted their items, so they all felt differently about them. One person couldn't remember the owner, another couldn't stop worrying about his own death. It's difficult to predict how people may behave when confronted with reminders of loss. Come to believe that we are each was the sum of the moments we've shared with our loved ones. When they passed away, and we've lost memories of these people, we lost a part of ourselves. It's a thought that saddens me to no end. For memories of the departed are no longer to be entrusted to the cloud, I wish that those already taken could be returned to us. Memories are what define us. They form the path we walk to be where we are. My endless self, I expect, was much alike to me in the beginning. I cannot become like her no more than she could become like me. For once her paths diverged, so did our lives and experiences. It's true, even when we start from the same place, we all have different journeys. At some point, things like our goals and our ways of thinking are bound to change. This fiend was one of possibility, a version of myself who made choices I want to believe that I never would. I'm beginning to come to terms with the facts that I did, though. Is that? Oh, shit. Simulant. She looked straight at us. If I didn't know better, I'd say she wanted us to follow her. A bad feeling about this, but we might not have another chance to figure out what she's up to. We're going after her, right? Yee. We're headed to the street over there. Neon sign is that way. Let's hurry. Is she attacking our base?
Not here. Let's press on, if only a little further.
Hey, are you alright?
So he didn't die. Vexing, but expected.
Did you just use all the power in Solution 9?
That was about the strongest bolt we can produce within Everkeep. What now?
Holy.
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action.
I know that voice. You there! Yes, you! We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping. The key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
Oh, that's the thing from that Azem dropped. Yeah, is that after you try to kill me?
Now that you mention it, the other way around may have been more appropriate. If I had the key, I wouldn't need to be cruel and turn away so many people. Far more than 5,000 could become endless and know eternal happiness.
What? You mean to steal ether from other worlds again?
All is for the sake of his experiments. Twas for that reason, you know, that the previous me created the Endless. I pity her. She was forced to attempt the impossible, to turn every soul who dies into an Endless, even though there's no end to them. Admittedly, that was part of the plan. Her desperation would drive her to claim the key and use it. And sure enough, she did just that.
Wow, wow.
I know you had a soft spot for her, Lamachi. So for what it's worth, I'm truly sorry. Alas, we are naught more than pawns, pieces in his grand design.
I wonder if like the Endless Fiend knew about this.
You dare make light of her love for her people. Don't you dare!
Strike me down if you wish. I shall be made anew. And I doubt many would look kindly upon the vow of resolve of Tuliolol if she attacked a neighboring queen, and not for the first time. Would you be willing to accept the repercussions?
Very interesting.
Damn you!
What's the objective of these experiences? Bro's just gonna be like, I'm bored.
You're speaking to me. Our goal is to usher in the next phase of mankind's evolution. Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession. This has been our survival strategy. Yet, this strategy has long since reached its practical limit. It is outdated. It relies on progeny, which gives rise to unchecked population growth. Resources become scarce, invariably leading to conflict. All the while, death is ever present and robs our species of untold potential. Where man now stands in his evolution, bodies of flesh no longer make sense. What we must strive for next is carefully managed, eternal preservation.
Calyx! You're Calyx, aren't you?
Calyx.
You know him?
No, I don't think that's another character. I don't think that tells us anything.
The young genius who had mastered electrope technology. He founded the scientific collective known as Preservation and
That makes
devoted
sense.
himself to developing a cure for the paralysis which plagued our people. Calyx, you always had your gaze set upon the future, and I know you do now. But I beg you, do not deceive the people of Alexandria. Do not manipulate them with this imitation forged from my memories. Well, how rude. Yet, whatever you may say, I'm the one whom the people regard as queen. You may have worn the crown for a few years, but now you are no one. Just a frail, fleshy version of me that could die at any moment. The kingdom has no use for such as you.
Our demand is simple. Surrender the key. Refusal will necessitate consequences.
Calyx. Not the most friendly person. Founder of the Preservation. So how many members of the Preservation are left? You alright? Forgive me, I was once able to use healing spells, but my lung numbers sap my magical reserves. Interesting. I see. Alexandria has no need for Queen Sphene. It's the Queen of Reason, my endless counterpart, that they love. I must find a new way to serve. Not alone. Together we can get through anything. Just so happens there's something only you can do right at this moment. Start with Calyx. What can you tell us about him? He was a prodigy who specialized in the field of electrope and made his mark during the storm surge. Even as he basked the admiration of his peers, he struggled with an illness he had from birth, which left him with precious little time to live. For him to still be here 4 centuries on, I think it's safe to assume that he too has become an endless. While we're somewhat familiar with the Preservation, I never imagined we'd cross paths with one of them like this. You know about the Preservation? Dude, they're supposed to have created Everkeep's core system as well as the Endless Fiend. Did they? All while I was slumbering. The members of Oblivion have spent a long time investigating preservation. We should head to the back room and tell them what happened. I still think it's funny that we keep on having to go to the back rooms. Man, this guy got faked out just now.
We've heard what happened. So, preservation has revealed itself at last.
And using the key, they mean to turn even more people into Endless. It seems safe to assume that they too intend to steal ether from the other reflections. But unlike the previous Sphere, they have no intention of saving everyone. Calyx, of all people, would know precisely how much ether is required to sustain an Endless. Thus, he is able to set a realistic limit to their creation, without being swayed by emotion.
Carefully managed eternal preservation. Whether or not this can be considered an evolution, 'tis plain that man's very existence would be forever changed.
Say, if this Calyx is as brilliant a scientist as everyone says, could he have been the one who erased everyone's memories of Endless Fiend's death?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has direct control over everyone's regulators.
Though I cannot speak to his motives.
Though Calyx has outright stated his ultimate goal, how his actions will further this agenda remains unclear. That said, we have seen how anxiety towards death continues to spread amongst Alexandrians. Perhaps the simulant stokes this fear, to entice them to become endless.
Everyone is afraid of death. We try to put it out of our minds, and I do not blame the people for feeling as they do. Nonetheless, I wish to stop the simulant. I wish to do what I can for those who believe in their queen. Although I wear no crown, were I to forsake the people, then I would truly have no place here.
I don't know if this will help in that endeavor, but I've found something interesting. When I analyzed the sign that Calyx appeared on, I was able to determine the source of transmission. I traced it back to a terminal used only by preservation, located in the Foundation sector.
Foundation sector? That came up in my mother's records, didn't it? It's where the old castle was hidden.
Everkeep was built atop the castle of the former kingdom. Access to the immediate area, the Foundation sector, is highly restricted, with map data accordingly classified.
The old castle is inside this tower.
It's an ideal place for preservation to conceal a terminal, I must say. Having existed since the Storm Surge, they would be familiar with the castle's layout.
But I wonder, would someone so versed in electrope, such as Calyx, be so careless as to leave a trail?
Oh, I expect he intended for us to find the terminal.
It may be a trap, but it's our only lead. What do you think, my friend?
That's never stopped us before. If we have a lead, we follow it.
Agreed. And besides, you owe him for that bolt of lightning.
True.
If you're set on this course of action, I'll work on getting you access to the Foundation sector. Sit tight for now.
Please, let me come with you. I may not possess any special skills, but I know the castle better than any. So please.
All right. If that's what you want, then we go together. The rest of us will take point and secure the way, and we'll count on you to guide us in the castle.
Thank you for allowing me to accompany you. It may take time for me to find my place in this new Alexandria, but I will, slowly but surely. Levi plotted a viable route to the Foundation sector. So we don't have much information on the area. I'll come along and gather geographic data on site. You can leave the navigating to me. Oblivion is fortunate to have a capable adapter like you, Galulja. No matter what the future holds, your knowledge of Electrum is bound to serve you well. I'll support here and may embark on a mission. Come, let's head to the lift in the government sector. Alright. Never. I don't think I've ever gone back here before. The direct lift, so I have to transfer to it another way. Take the wrong lift. Ah, bless. I end up in the wrong sector, so be sure to follow her instructions. Towers divide into inner and outer sections below orogenics. Castle is the heart of the intersection. Upon arriving at the foundational sector, we need to make our way inwards. Take this communicator with you. Modify to track your coordinates. Be guiding you as I collect data. Looks like we're all set. Let's get going. Alright, so we're gonna make our way into the tower. Form a party. Sick. Very cool.
There are beasts ahead of you. They must have gotten in and made themselves at home.
Oh, wait. That's unfortunate.
There should be an access hatch nearby that leads inside. Look for an opening.
Oh, wait. Can you do bigger pools than that? I get what they're going for with the music here. I just don't know if it's like doing it for me, you know?
I'm detecting something big. You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
Gargant. Luxolaris. Aw. Oh, that's cool. You can kind of see him like walking in the background. So not watching. I made it.
Allow me.
Dude, Gravitation's trying to kill me, bro.
Good work. Now, proceed to the access hatch and head inside.
Oh, shit. Dude. It's awesome. I remember because when I was like going through what is it, Lost Heritage? I just remember finding it odd that you know, they didn't have the Alexandrian castle.
Keep's construction was apparently a constant battle against the rising water level. Even during the war, the people labored to maintain the castle. It meant a lot to them. It's upsetting to think that Preservation's terminal is in this place.
Hold on. Someone's jammed communications. Stay alert.
Like on Alpha Sentry. I like how we're kind of like storming the castle.
So, you have come. Let us measure your strength.
Soldier S0. Oh, just going in, I guess. Oh. Oh, wow. Like it.
Just the beginning.
Not the sector, bisector.
That was hardly a challenge, I see. You will show me more. I bid you press on.
Hold
You
on.
go all the way up here?
Allow me.
Oh, they're chilling down there, I guess. Very cool that we get to actually go inside Alexandria Castle. Imagine there was like a little Alexander fight at the end. So cool.
Hold on.
These paintings of. That's all Alexandria. Jeez. All these rooms filled with like old storage stuff. More of Alexandria.
Allow me.
Here comes Wukulhan. Oh! Oh! Wait, this trash actually has hands? What was that? Trash isn't supposed to be able to do that.
Hold on.
You are untroubled thus far, but I have something that may test you yet.
You look at the knights. Chamber of Patience. What? Fighting the...
Still lack sufficient data. Very well. Let us see how you perform against this.
Fighting the coat of arms. What? This is not what I was expecting. Floating rock?
Has long guarded these crumbling halls. How will you handle this?
Oh.
Let us introduce more weaponry.
Allow me.
Okay. Oh, what do I do? Whoa.
Let us see what this feels.
I'm stupid.
This machine has long guarded these crumbling walls. How will you handle this?
Ha.
Let us introduce more weaponry. Let us see what this feels.
Neutralize front lines. Okay.
Perhaps a new approach to assess your adaptability.
Ooh, very cool, actually. Yeah, that goes off first, and then this goes.
Still alive. How unfortunate.
Guys, get ready.
The guy here.
What Solaris is gonna come out.
Later.
And then that. And then that. I like that mechanic. Leads in front. Get hit.
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
Something special for you.
Could do an LB, but I think we have to finish it with Solar Bahamut, right? Boom.
That will do. We have enough to proceed with an analysis.
that certainly was a Final Fantasy XIV dungeon. I did like the final boss, though. Final boss is pretty cool. That was pretty cool. No player accommodations, man. What the hell?
Calix was measuring our strength. Is that why he contrived to lead us here?
It looks like we've cleared away the machines and beasts. But who knows what else he might have in store. From here on out, Sven and Shale will move with us. Let's find that terminal. Stay alert for more threats.
I actually feel like this is a pretty good MSQ patch so far. The pacing has felt good. Actually getting to see, like, the preservation finally has been nice.
Before my illness left me bedridden, I used to walk through here on my way to watch Otis and Zelenia train. You knew Otis, if I'm not mistaken. Zelenia was his.
Yeah, we're fighting Zelenia or Beatrix.
Oh, how I loved to see the two of them spar. I once dreamed of fighting by their side, so I studied the magical arts under my tutor. But when I was 15, the storm surge broke out, and both my father and mother passed away. As the new queen, I was forbidden from taking to the battlefield, for our nation would fracture had I died without a successor. Though in the end I could barely move, I regret that I didn't go out there and fight. At least while I still could. My endless self lamented not being able to protect.
Maybe we'll get a new healer in 8.0 and she'll be the new healer. New healer, new P range.
Sven.
Ah, forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to darken the mood. Come, let us press on.
This is one big castle, though. How far does this hallway go? Do you know, Sven?
Uh-oh.
What?
Is that another...
What happened?
Oh, I was gonna say maybe that was another simulant. Yo, look at him floating about.
Oh, it seems our guest brought company. So this was your doing? It was. We installed a teleporter that is triggered by the presence of the key, you see? I'm I'm afraid etheric transmissions cannot penetrate the walls of the throne room. It will take your friends a good while to find you.
I confess the Valia Pira did not suffice to assess your capabilities. So I shall try something else. You are free to use anything at your disposal. The better you fight, the more accurate my data. Attaining a precise measure of your strength, that is the most expeditious way to reclaim the key to which you so stubbornly cling.
Ah, noble Zelenia, dashing as ever. These villains mean to do us harm. Strike them down, I bid you. What? This machine is Zelenia! Indeed it is. We couldn't preserve her memories while she lived, so she has been reconstructed from our recollections of her. The endless me being created in answer to the earnest desires of Alexandrians. That I can accept.
Jeez, yeah.
But to twist the memories of those I held dear and treat them as playthings. This disgrace I cannot abide! Loath though I am to comply with their demands, this monstrosity must be destroyed. Not least of all for Zelenia's honor.
Yeah.
If she was indeed created from my memories, even if I cannot fight, I may be able to offer you counsel. So please, lend me your strength and end this farce.
He recognizes the technology as being similar.
Ah, there it is.
That's sick. Recollection now accessible. The real question is if I can get a quick queue with a summoner. We might go in on Scholar. Yeah. It's just better this way.
I am Zelenia Triantaphili, Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen.
Sick.
Upon my blade I swear, No harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
Have at you! Fall!
Guys, just remembering stuff. Boom. Boom.
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
I will suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens roar! Fall!
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
Ooh, okay.
For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike!
Oh shit.
No more games!
Quickly, away from the sigils. The sigils channel magic. Be on your guard.
Okay, I don't know if I quite understood all that.
Even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you!
Oh shit.
Taste my steel! There is no escape! Surge!
I don't know if I quite understand this. I don't really see anything happening. What is that?
Have at you!
Oh, what the? I'm stupid.
Fall!
Okay.
I know this is merely a reconstruction. destruction, and yet...
I have pledged my life to the kingdom. My resolve shall never waver. I am sworn to protect my queen. I will die before I yield.
So it's just cutting off a section of the arena, right? Party is rough, man. Oh, why did you do that?
Zelenia was always there to protect me.
Taste my steel.
My MP is so low, dude.
Rage and royal. Have at you.
They're learning. In then out. Might hurt a little bit.
Have at you.
I'm so proud of this community. It's out then in. Spread love for good luck. Damage seems to be decently consistent.
Taste my steel! Rage and royal! Have at you! Surge!
I don't think they realize that you can't walk through the middle.
Have at you!
I ain't resing that guy. I've resed him enough. Boom. Nice!
A disgraceful display. Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
I better get every single player commendation. I better see 8 player commendations pop up because not gonna lie, kinda carried. 2! Duty Finder's not real.
Did you get what you needed?
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission.
Hold it! If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zelenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye. You are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort. But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key. Why do you so oppose our objective? With the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless. We could give this chance to evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well. I see no reason why you should reject such a boon.
It's interesting that he knows. It's very interesting that he knows about the reflections.
Oh, don't tell me you thought you were the only ones who knew. That is the height of hubris.
But he knows the Ninth. That's Asian shit.
Well, I'd say our conversation...
That's Asian stuff, dude.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial. For the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
Very interesting.
And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift. Be sure to take it with you.
Jeez. Very cool cutscene. But he was kind, but she could be stern. A pillar of strength when I ascended to the throne in troubled times. She protected you also, boy. Spirit would never threaten to buckle under the pressure of my station.
Selenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Dude, imagine if she knew about the Otis endeavor.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
Then preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed. But for them to know about the Source and the Shards, and to refer to theirs as the Ninth, that raises some questions.
Yep.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe. Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain. Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
If you don't mind, could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
This tiara, it was hers, the Endless Fiend's. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe. It
Ah.
contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant. Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants.
I see. Ugh.
Strange that he would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Calyx made a copy of the memories. In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
This contains the memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
It would be for the best, I think. Does that work for you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library, and then back outside.
Farewell, Selenia.
Oh, geez, that's the acceptance. Seemingly gave the impression that she wouldn't be back, but I suppose only time will tell. We have no further leads on Calyx. Perhaps you could take a moment to contact our friends. It'd be good to catch up with each other and reach the developments, and I'm certain everyone would appreciate hearing from you. Let's contact Alphino. Excellent how your friends are. I wanted to call you myself to see how you were faring. Alex. The thing was obviously afoot. I couldn't have imagined that such an individual would be involved. As well, you were able to prevent the simulant from sowing further uncertainty. That said, her absence may have consequences. People of Alexandria still have great trust in Sphene, displayed in the way they speak of her even now, and how the simulant was able to win them over. They know she has ceased to appear again. Rumor and worry will spread. You must be mindful of any pronounced shift in the mood of the populace. So battle after battle for you, hasn't it? We can handle ourselves for now, so pray rest up. May you gather for your strength. Chedu, is something the matter? Reservation is behind the recent intrigue. It doesn't surprise me. I'm glad to hear that you're none the worse for your trials, though. For myself, I just concluded a meeting with Gassan. Told him about the cure for lemon sickness, and we formed a tentative plan to treat all those who are stricken. Now otherwise unoccupied, so I shall take a look around the government sector to see if aught is amiss. This catalyst is successful key, then I ought to begin studying it in earnest as well. You went all the way to the bottom of the Everkeep and didn't even think to ask me to come. Ouch. I suppose I've been fairly busy myself. Please to say we've received permission to begin administering the cure for lemon sickness to citizens. I actually did visit a boy named Milo shortly to see how he was responding to the treatment. You've met him before with Lemati, I believe. The two of you should attend. Well, if you have time. That's right, we did meet Milos. Well, I got in trouble again. Knowing you, I expect you're already looking forward to the next obvious trap. Try not to overdo it. In the outskirts of the moment, I've been helping people with their work and talking to those I meet to gauge their sentiment. It's been eventful for the most part, but there was one notable development. Some here stopped wearing regulators. This has led to disparity in what people remember the Queen's death and the occasional episode of confusion. I'm sure to let you know if there's any other changes. What do the others have to say, if I may ask? They're finished treating Milos, then we have to go visit him. Do you mind if I accompany you? I understand he's afflicted with the self-same condition as I was, and I cannot help but worry for him. Meantime, I shall take myself around Solution 9 and see how things are. Dr. Alphen is concerned about the Queen's absence, and even setting that aside, the situation is not like to resolve itself while becoming endless remains an option. Runs out and about, I'll try to pick up Calix's trail. See if I can dig up some information on the key for Y'shtola as well. Okay. Visit Milos. Wait, what? Oh, I have to go in the door. She'll be fine, but just for good measure, she'll administer a healing spell.
I once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
You feel different now?
Thanks to Alizé, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him every step of the way. To grow old with him as his mother and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alizé.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you.
No. For Milos' sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihyolal.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy, that I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen Sphene always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real, and it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
Nice. So I guess we don't have to worry about an evil Sphene at this point. And now we have one that's chill. Unless they're doing the old bait and switch a second time. That'd be crazy. Seekers of Eternity. Okay. Milos is a kind of brave boy. Did me want to see him. One day I hope I could speak about him with my... Speak with him about my other self. To the back rooms and pick up some treats for our friends. Yeah, I really have to go to bed after this. I got a throbbing headache.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
What is this?
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Don't look at me like that.
Queen's Fiend said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
Yep.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
Aight. Oh, we're already there.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands! A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview. Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts. A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident, for no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine, so everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait, is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
Ill tidings, I take it.
Oh boy.
In the outskirts too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
Oh, this might go into a solo instance duty, man. My head hurts so much. My head hurts, bruh. Instead, I obviously sit outside of air mills. Would have been look for him. Close call, my thanks. Seeing a soldier's way, I caught sight of this poor fellow being pursued. Went to help, but was rather out of my depth. We're lucky you found us when you did. I'm quite worried when we couldn't find you. You kind of soldiers on the way here. Most made us no mind, but some turned out to be hostile. There's no way to tell until they set on you. Return to the outskirts and take stock.
Right. We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier. Yet, when I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
Huh.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right? I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
Jeez.
I just received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall remain here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
Jeez. All scattered. Whoa.
Sphene's gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
bloody things have gone mad.
Why is this happening?
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution.
This is just like before, when Sarioja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this! If we had been endless then, you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
Are you all right?
And
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
take the 12-year-old unharmed. Ugh. Small solace amidst this tragedy, however. Machine rampage seems to have only been temporary. Soldiers and vehicles alike cease to operate all at once as if they fulfilled their purpose. Same outside of Everkeep. The members of Oblivion are keeping watch for good measure. Anyone but Calix could gain control outside of the soldiers. Struggle to imagine. This served his ends in some way. Are you still without your authority, Gulja? It's fine now. I'm in control again. Said it wasn't so simple. They don't serve as just serve as guards. They also perform various vital tasks like providing medical treatment and managing food production. Whoa. We shut them down. We struggle to render aid to the citizens, letting them restore their lives to normal. I guess they can't use their weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little bit safer. It's powerlessness. I can abide in it no longer. Or how much hardship and loss we could endure if there was but happiness at the end. Yet all I see now is suffering and misery. And I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people. For their happiness, I would do anything and everything. So please, lend me your aid. Josephine. Found the words I wish you said back then. Strength is yours, Fiend. Together we'll get through this. Split up and get to work. When I trouble you, report to Shale, my friend. Trying days seems worse behind us. What's the situation out there now? So many soldiers that need prudence, far from comprehensive measure, when vehicles can be commandeered to inflict damage and sow chaos. Close watch on the machines, consult the authorities without enlisting others' aid. Must regain my proficiency in magic. To that, I shall seek advice from Y'shtola and Alice. The grimoire we must use. The key, I think, that best remains in your care. That means you will bear the greatest risk. Interesting, so she's going to become a scholar, it sounds like.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer. The time is come to pose a new question.
Death, but at what cost? For endless life, a legion lost. Interesting. Okay. I would deliberate on my thoughts, but I have a throbbing headache, so I'll call it there.